here we go. Whoops. I already screwed up. Wait. Undo. All right, night 2, even though it's not night 2.
Howdy.
Hi, Carter. How are you doing?
Doing well?
All right. Your demon for this game is Cass.
Okay.
Okay. Good
Cool.
luck. Hi, Cassisby.
Hello.
Your minion for this game is Mr. Carter. So you two are working together.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 bluff rolls that are not in the game, and you can use these however you want to when you meet up with Carter during the private chats. If you want to like decide between yourselves which ones you want to use, feel free to do that.
Sure.
So your 3 bluffs for this game are going to be the Virgin, the Monk, and the Librarian.
And these will show up in the thing?
There should be a tab called Bluffs, I think. I'm not sure if you can see that.
I see bluffs.
Okay.
I don't see any icons in it yet, though.
Okay. You might just want to write them down just to have them. I know we've had some trouble with the icons showing up, so. But
Okay.
again, those are Virgin, Monk, and Librarian, and you can choose to use those if you want to. You don't have to, but Carter does not know them is the important thing for you. So like you need to find him at some point and let him know that those are the bluffs.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
All right. Good luck. Again, please check the left side of your screen. I'm pinging players to have private chats. Hi, MPG.
Hey.
So you get to know that one of 2 players is a particular townsfolk. Okay.
Okay. So this is like one is necessarily not a townsfolk and the other one is?
So this is that one of the 2 is the townsfolk that I tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
So I will tell you that either Tonic or Jerby is the fortune teller.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Hey, Q.
Hello.
All right. I have some news for you.
Give it to me.
Okay. One of these 2 players is the Scarlet Woman. Okay.
Got it.
It's either Mr. Carter or Large Stinky, also known as Countdown.
So Carter or Large Stinky countdown is Scarlet Woman.
Correct.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Hey, Tonic. So you are the empath, and you get to learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil. You get a 2.
Big info. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi,
Hello?
Jerby. So you are the fortune teller.
Yes.
You're going to choose 2 players. You're going to learn if either one of them is a demon. And there is a good player that will register as a demon as a red herring. So be careful. Just because you get a yes doesn't mean that you are absolutely correct.
Okay, yeah.
Got it?
Yeah. I'll. Bleh. Oh my god. I'll call Cass and Countdown.
Okay, cast and count it. 1 second. Hold on. I'm looking for tokens still. There we go. Okay. So you're picking. Sorry, say that again.
Just Cass and Countdown.
Okay.
Large Stinky.
You learn that between the 2 of them, sorry, let me reread this so I make sure I get this right. You said Cass and Large Stinky.
Yes.
There is a demon between them. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Good luck. Good morning, everybody. I have some terrible news. I was enjoying my tea and crumpets, just minding my own business, when suddenly this demon killed me. Please avenge my death.
Oh no.
I'm going to give you
No.
5 minutes in this first round to have some private chats and solve my murder. All right, the conversations can begin. Good luck.
Oh hey.
Whoa. So, what's up?
Not much. Trying to figure out who killed Golden.
You're not gonna believe the play I'm gonna do when it's voting
Oh, yeah?
time.
Oh yeah. What's that
Yeah.
play?
It's the list meta.
The list meta.
Yeah, so you say I guess me and whoever are red, you should vote for us and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty low value town, so I don't really care if I die from that.
Gotcha. I have value, but not yet.
Okay.
Cass and Countdown. And it said one of them was evil. Was the demon. So.
Okay. All right. So we know, how's this work? That there is a red herring possibility.
Yes. Yes.
There's always drunken poison possibility. But with the information that I have, if we are in sync, then it's probably, which one was it? It was between who and
So
who?
I chose between Cass and Countdown, and then you had between Cass and Carter. So Cass is
Yes.
basically looking real suspicious.
Very red. Yes.
And they're also talking to each other right now, so that's kind of suspicious as well.
It's the virgin, then the person who nominated the virgin gets executed.
Okay.
So I'm not a continuous information role, so I think it's fine for me to die early.
Oh, I see. So you just get it on the first night. Okay.
Correct.
I didn't realize that. I thought the way he said, I thought people got it every night.
There's some
Okay.
that do every night, but my specific role is only first night.
Okay. Okay. I see. Okay.
All right. Cool. I guess we'll go back to see if there's other people.
Monk is really strong. We could probably make a play, one of us claiming Monk at some point, and do a no kill, or because I think you can target a dead person. Is that right, Golden?
What's the question?
You can target, like, you can say you're gonna kill, like you can aim to, like, the demon can kill a an already dead person to get a no kill for the night.
To target an already dead player, I need to look that up because I don't know that. I don't think you can.
I think they
but
did
let
it
me
in the
double
video
check.
you linked.
They might have.
But that might just be like a per storyteller rule.
Let me take a look.
Either way, that's a world where, you know, we could do that. The virgin is a little bit weird of a role to bluff because, you know, ideally
If they
the
call
virgin.
it.
Yeah, right. Like,
Okay. Well, I guess being a librarian is not the worst thing right now.
Gotcha.
So if you target a dead player, I would allow it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
thank you.
that's a good thing for the future, but I don't know. What do you know who you want to kill tomorrow, or do you already have an idea, or are you just gonna wait and see what people do?
No idea. I tried talking to Countdown, but it seems like he's having technical issues.
Gotcha.
I don't know if their mic was working or what.
Hmm.
But they didn't say anything, which was suspicious, but I didn't think that was
Well,
just
considering
the mic
he
issue.
is DC'd right now, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, okay,
He's
that
got-
might be a skill issue
Um,
then.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to somebody else.
I was just about to send you a request.
Hey, great. How's it going?
It's going all right.
Nice. Do you got any information to share?
I talked to MPG and Cass already, and they both seemed like they said they were, said they were down, said they had information. MPG said they weren't a particularly useful role, and Cass didn't go into much more detail than that. My particular role is not useful yet, but it will be useful soon. What about you?
Got it. Yeah, I start knowing information, so I'm good
Okay.
to be
Hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Are you on push to talk countdown?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? It's because I had this Retrobit Sega Genesis controller plugged in.
Really?
Yeah, really. The second I unplugged it, my microphone started working. I switched to the app too.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's time now for public discussion and nominations. As a reminder, anybody can nominate any player. I will ask for a reason and then a defense from the player who is nominated. If you survive a vote, you cannot be nominated again in the same day. So just keep that in mind. So you might want to just like start with some discussion first before you get into nominations. Up to you how you guys want to do it though, and I will give you for this first round 5 minutes to discuss.
I can start.
Go for it.
Alright, so I'm the poisoner and Cass is the imp.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Yeah, you should probably vote one of us up.
That is a play you could make. I don't know why you would do that.
I'm just telling the facts.
Q would like
Seems-
to nominate MPG.
If you
oh,
would like to nominate MPG, please tell me why.
Well, they say that they are evil, so it sounds like they want us to nominate them, so I will nominate.
Okay, MPG, your defense?
yeah.
My defense is that I think red players want to push a vote like that, and I think blue players want to discuss it first.
Okay. I'm going to run this vote for MPG. So the way it works is if you want to vote to execute, press space to raise your hand. The clock will spin around to each of you. When it gets to you, if your hand is up, your vote will still count. So you have time to like fake people out if you want to or whatever. You can put it up right now if you want to vote by pressing space.
Can
Sorry,
we
Cardi,
do
go
we
ahead.
have a second, or are you gonna run it like right away?
If you want to add something to the discussion first, you can. Generally
Cool.
speaking, when I run nominations, it should just be like the person accusing and the defense. So you should, like do the discussion
okay.
first. But in this case, because it was kind of a quick accusation, go ahead and add to the conversation. if you
Yeah,
want.
I just was like gonna say, I mean, I assume we've passed the point of somebody dying because of a nomination, right?
If
Okay.
if
Okay. So basically, what I was saying is like they're like, I mean, this seems like a wild play if MPG is bad. Not an impossible play, I suppose, but if there are plenty of roles that could be useful dying this early. So like, not to say do vote or don't vote. I'm just saying like it doesn't seems interesting to go so quickly.
My conversation with MPG was basically extract information out of me and then bail from the conversation. So they're working under the assumption that they have some information about between them, and the only other person I
Right.
mentioned is Cass, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to run this vote.
Okay.
It takes 4 votes to put MPG
Real
on
quick
the block.
before you run the vote, if somebody is out or whatever, do we find out what their role is or no?
No.
Okay.
They're still in the game.
They're still in the game.
They
If
still have
get-
that ghost vote or whatever, right?
Correct. And they can still play and solve the game too. Okay.
Okay. No.
So and again, if we get to 4 votes here, that is not an immediate execution either. You guys can still nominate and try to get more votes on somebody else. So just keep that in mind. All right, running the vote right now.
Oh, the last second.
Okay,
Put your
no
hands
votes.
down.
That's not enough. So MPG cannot be nominated for the rest of the day, and Q cannot nominate again for the rest of the day. But the rest of you still can.
Can I ask you a question, Q?
Sure.
Why did you immediately nominate me and not talk to me first?
I just assumed that you were virgin, so I wanted to nominate you. I'm fine with people if you want to nominate me and get me out.
If I
my
was
role's
the
basically that.
virgin, why would I want to be nominated? That would just kill a townsfolk.
Because that
Because it
confirms you as
confirms
blue.
the townsfolk.
It
Yeah, then I
confirms
would
you
just
as blue.
die.
But you're still. But
No,
you're still
you wouldn't
in
die.
The game.
The person who nominate you dies.
Yeah,
It would
yeah.
happen right away.
That's true. The person who nominates you would die if they're town.
And that's only true in the first nomination, right?
That's correct.
The first time a virgin gets nominated.
So if
I've totally
MPG
misread this
is
for a
the
while,
virgin and Q is an outsider, then the virgin's ability is now wasted.
Well, I'm definitely
Or
not the virgin. I
I
wouldn't
could
have
be
done
drunk, or the
True.
virgin could be drunk.
True.
I'm sorry, poisoned.
Also true.
Or drunk.
The drunk and poisoned, yeah.
that. So, Cass, what role are you?
I'm the monk.
Oh.
Are you gonna protect me tonight?
Right now, probably.
It's a good play. But nobody thinks I'm red, so it's probably a good play.
Q thinks you're red.
Q did not think I was red. He bailed last minute. Everybody said
I
no.
don't think Q's red.
I mean, it doesn't make
More
sense
like
for
he was
yeah.
doing the virgin play. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, because like if MPG had been the virgin and Q had nominated, then
I don't think that's. I feel like I understand it's confirming. I don't think that's a good play though. From
Sure.
a virgin.
I mean, whether it's good or not, I'm inclined to believe that that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I can understand it. I just think it's a good play, but I'm also way too mafia brained where self-immolation is totally okay.
Right.
Or not okay.
I was gonna say, there definitely are some roles that like dying early gets you so much information that it seems like not that like your whole point is to die early, but like you have like the ability to provide a lot more if you die early, especially when we don't have a ton to go on.
Okay. I want to talk about. Tonic said he was going to tell me some stuff during this now time, so I want to hear what he has to say.
What do you mean? I talked to you directly right before this. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, and you said just wait till voting time, and then I did my dumb shtick, so I want to hear your dumb shtick now.
It's definitely not time to talk about it.
Really? You seem really eager to talk about it to me, though.
I confided in one other person who then immediately confided in you.
Well, yeah, then why are you chickening out right now?
There's developments to be had.
Okay.
You know? These are information roles, right?
Surveillance.
All right.
I can say that I have an information role.
I mean, I'm not going to say what you said to me because I don't want to breach your trust, but I don't know. I find that highly suspicious.
You actually didn't ask me anything. You just told me what somebody else told you.
Yeah, and I want to hear what you had to say.
I don't have to say anything.
Okay. All right, Large Stinky, who did it? Stinky?
Stinky, are you there? Did the controller strike lightning?
Hey, Stinky.
You're on push to
think you
talk.
should
Sorry,
nominate.
I forgot push to talk. Switch back to period. I had it on control.
Oh,
I
in,
think you should
browser.
nominate someone. If someone wants to nominate me, that's fine.
I'll return the favor, sure.
okay.
Okay.
How do I nominate
Or
you?
you just say out loud that you're going to do it.
Oh, okay. I'll nominate Q then.
Okay, tell me why.
Because he asked for it.
Okay. Q, your defense.
This is fine. I'm a start knowing role, so my information is done. Or I've got all the information I'm going to get.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Does it make sense for
Like, why are we
Not at all.
doing this?
to execute
No.
somebody in one day?
Q, you said you wanted to, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we're just narrowing down people. We can give Evil another a free kill ahead of us if we want, but that's fine.
Oh, I just don't know the meta in this game. On Mafia,
Yeah,
you
I mean
always
that's fine.
vote on day
Like this
one.
is like if it. I don't know if it's a good play or a bad play, but it. I don't know.
Why? Why would we?
Yeah, I'm not down with it.
Okay.
I
We
mean,
don't have to kill anybody though, right? If we
You don't
all
have to.
choose not
No,
to.
we
not
can
have
just all
to.
say no here.
Correct.
Okay, it's not like a
There is-
requirement to have someone be nominated and get
No,
votes or whatever. Okay.
I guess
I don't-
shooting out nominations is fine in case you do hit like.
right.
So you want to at least like take your shot, but voting them up.
I don't
where
think
the line
you
is
is
drawn.
red, so
yeah.
I'm going to say no.
All right, I'm going to run this vote for
Okay.
Q. It takes 4 votes. Starting right now. One is not enough. If there are no more nominations, I'm going to end the day. Anybody last second nominations? All right. Not hearing anything, then everybody go to sleep. Hi, Cass.
Hello.
Please choose a player to kill.
I'm gonna choose Tonic.
Okay. Thank you. Hello,
Hello.
Derby. Please pick 2 players.
We'll go Tonic and MPG.
Tonic and MPG. Neither is a demon.
Alrighty.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Tonic died in the night.
Oh no, his play.
We have a couple more minutes to discuss. So go ahead and resume the private chats. I'll give you 4 minutes this time.
What's up?
Hey there, how's it going?
Hey.
Um,
Oh, do
Didn't-
you hold on, Golden? Can there be more than one of the same role?
In a particular game, no.
Okay, thank you. So you claimed you already have your info.
yes,
Well, see, I already have my info.
perfect. Would you like to trade info?
Sure.
So I am the investigator, and I got that either Carter or Countdown Large Stinky are the Scarlet Woman.
I thought they were both sus after yesterday. My information was Tonic or Derby is the fortune teller.
Interesting. Okay, great.
I definitely am sus of Carter because he just told me random stuff about Tonic, and they didn't really say anything when I talked to him yesterday. But that was also day one, so might have just been wary.
Yeah, I think I talked to Tonic right after you did, and he just said that you were town and didn't get a lot of information from him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see.
So I don't know if that's what I mean. We don't know, right? We don't find out like how they died or anything. We just find out that they died, right? So
Yeah.
but yeah, I do know that you can have a like you can target someone and it like bounces off to someone else. So at least
Okay.
I read that. So could have been something like that. I'm not 100%. So unfortunately
Okay.
I don't know anything. So
Yeah, I don't know much either.
yeah, I don't have any information.
Okay. Yeah, good chat.
Yep. I think right. Yeah.
So it's possible, I have wrong information, but I've been very hot on them and I have not talked to them yet.
Who is it? It's Carter, and who's on the other side?
Cass.
So
I think you have a very powerful opportunity between those. Like, watch them carefully, right?
Yeah. Good call. Okay, this is very valid information.
One other thing is that between Jerby and I, we talked about how they were hot on Cass as well.
Okay.
That's about all I got.
Okay, I'm gonna private chat Jerby and see.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Thanks, man.
So, but yeah, I don't know. We'll continue on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I tried to talk to Countdown, but his mic was still having issues. So I really have no idea about him. And I spent a long time with that.
I do think he's sus because he's been quiet, but I know he's having mic trouble, so I don't want to be too hard on him.
Yeah.
I think Carter is a little sus because he's going super coast mode and just kind of saying like generally helpful, knowledgeable things that don't actually help that much.
I
think
he's just trying to help. Like when I talk to him, he's just trying to explain things to me about stuff. Like we were talking about countdowns, like not being able to do something, and then he was explaining like what we should do about that.
All right. Nominations are once again open, and public discussion can take place, of course. I'll run it again for 5 minutes here, and kind of, if it feels like people aren't nominating, I might end it early, but we'll just kind of see how that goes.
I can start again if no one has anything to say.
Go for it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Sarah, who do you sus?
I don't really know yet. I also am really new to the game, so I've never even seen it. So I'm still trying to like figure out all the roles and what is even in play here.
I mean, I am too. I don't know what half
I
these
think all of
roles
us
do,
are.
but
We've only played
right. So
at most one game.
just anybody you're like, I don't know, just anything. You got nothing?
No, I got nothing. Yeah, I don't even have a feeling yet. So
Okay. How about you, Countdown? Large Stinky.
Not ready to say publicly.
Really? You're being hidden?
Oh,
I'm working on it.
Interesting.
I got leads.
You got ideas of plans?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, well, I just wanted to ask those two people.
How you feeling, Q?
I'm feeling okay. There's two people I'm a little bit suspicious of.
Do you want to talk about that or no?
I'll probably nominate them when it's when we want to start nominating people. I'll nominate one of them.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you mean later today or when the town is comfortable to start?
Yeah, when we
nominating?
want to. I realized that I rushed into nominating yesterday, so I want to give us more time to chat before I start nominating people.
I think that was fine.
That's a
What
good
about
plan.
you? What about
There's a
you,
lot of
Jeremy?
people who haven't really contributed to our public conversation here.
Oh, I'm making notes. There's that dead guy tonic. I don't know. He hasn't said anything.
I said I wouldn't distribute what I have.
Jerby, at the end of our chat, you said that you might have some information that you wanted to share. Are you going to share it publicly, or should we? I connect with you tomorrow.
I mean, do I want to call anything right now? I mean, I have a feeling. I really don't have anything. God damn. But I mean, maybe I could take a shot at, like, I see Cass as sus right now.
You think his immediate claim is sus?
Oh, a little bit. A little bit.
Really? Interesting.
So
You-
Yeah,
that
the other thing is so yeah, Cass, who did you save last night?
I saved MPG.
Why didn't you save yourself?
I can do that.
I don't think it can.
Choose a player, not yourself.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it says not yourself.
okay.
Would it really have been a red play to kill MPG?
Do you think I am possibly red at this point? Do you think I would have made that play on day one if I was red?
I mean, it could be
I
a
don't know.
giant.
Double red claim is kind of strange for the very first opening of the
Yeah,
game.
it does seem pretty blue, but it could be just like a no one's really talking misdirect. Like now we're all talking about other stuff. But I mean, that
Was
vote
that a
could have.
misdirect? I think we got plenty of info from that conversation.
Did we?
Well,
I
like
don't
that's what I'm
know.
saying is like it could be you could have been it could have been a play for information, but it could have easily also have been no one's giving any information before that. Like it was the first thing anybody said in the discussion.
Really interesting.
I mean, I get it because like it's the first day, right? So like, what information do people really have other than
Right.
trying to like suss out something? Just like I understood like Q's play is like you try to like make something bold to have to like get someone to
Sure,
scroll.
get people talking. I mean, like it's in our best interest to talk and get as much like start gathering information.
Read reactions.
But there are a lot of targets,
10
and PG
seconds.
chose Cass.
Also, Jerby voted for the MPG vote. Or
I did not end up voting.
No, she
I know. I
failed.
mean, I know, but
I wanted to bait someone
right.
someone specific into voting, actually.
Having heard no nominations, I think we're going to go ahead and end the day. Good night, everybody. Hey, Cass.
Hello.
Please select another victim.
Hmm. Derby.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Jerby died in the night.
Damn.
You have another 4 or 5 minutes here. We'll go 5 minutes this time because I felt like that last one was pretty quick. Give you 5 minutes to talk. Good luck.
Okay, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
All right. So I'll just say I was the fortune teller,
Okay.
and the first night I talked to, or I looked at Cass and Countdown, and one of them was the imp, it said. And the second night I went to MPG and Tonic, and neither of them were it. Which obviously Tonic wouldn't, or I mean, would be crazy play for Tonic to kill himself there. So.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So then, based off my information, that would mean that Cass is the imp and Countdown is the Scarlet One. If
Well,
we could corroborate our information.
Well, what would Mindfo doesn't say anything about the Scarlet, and
Right, but mine does.
Who did you learn about it besides Countdown?
Well, I guess it doesn't confirm that either Carter or.
Well,
So
okay.
that's it. I don't really
That's
have
it.
much. I don't have much else to add. Yeah.
Well.
I have.
Hopefully, you can push the conversation.
Yeah, I don't have much to lose. I'm very much a once a game kind of guy.
I see. Okay.
The game mechanics or whatever, but
Yeah. But I think unless I'm drunk or poisoned, or I was,
right.
Especially at the beginning of the game, I feel like the information I have is probably still accurate, or at least close. There is a possibility of change, but probably not.
Okay.
All right.
I'm here.
Carter's not telling me his role.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm.
Do you want to know my
kinda-
role?
Sure.
I guess I actually haven't gotten a read on your role at all. Yeah.
Well, I'm a town, and I already have my information, so that's why I was pretty suicidal on first day.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense.
Seems like a lot of
would
that
either
going
be
around.
that or Virgin to make that crazy play.
Man, I understand the sentiment behind that, but I feel like I would save that.
Earlier on, but the play that MPG made at the very start is like bold. I don't know if it's red, right? So even if MPG has suspicions, is like, does Countdown need protection tonight then? But it was hard to pick someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, what the? All right, I get you had other information. I don't know if you want to share that.
I'm close to. It has to do with who's red.
Okay.
But I still think the kills so far, I don't quite understand. Me, I kind of understand on the first day. Jersey, I don't quite get. I'm trying to let it play out a little bit. I'm hoping that somebody can talk about why Jersey died.
I chatted with Jerby, and she confirmed that, or she told me that she was the fortune teller.
I believe her, and she wants to push Cass, so I think we should push Cass today.
I agree.
Right.
Countdown told me that he's the Slayer, and I told him he should shoot Cass. So he was kind of hedgy about it. I feel he's more the Scarlet Woman than Carter is, but I maybe just don't know Carter very well. Carter reads as blue to me.
I thought he was red, but after today's talk, I think he's a little more blue. The way he was reluctant to share his role with me read more blue than red to me. Because he still doesn't want to talk about it. And I'm like, I feel like a red at this point probably wants to get some more trust.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have to go back to town.
Oh,
I don't know. I would definitely say that.
I know. I think I think I want to like hold it until a little later, when we have a little more information. Because right now it's
for Golden here, since you just showed up.
What's up?
Would the Slayer be able to take the shot after voting?
I mean, it needs to take place during the day. So, like, if I'm going to run a countdown clock and like the clock hits 0, I would say that that's too late, right? Like, so sometime during the day it would have to take place for a Slayer shot.
Okay, so not because I was thinking just like putting someone up, and if they like die, okay, during the day, not the voting time. You would say.
For if there is a Slayer in the game, for a Slayer to take the shot, they would need to announce their target during the day, and it doesn't have to be like during a nomination. It just is like at any point.
Yeah, because I wanted to basically kill 2 people in one shot, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna bounce out here. All right. I'll give you all another 5 minutes here to discuss for nominations.
Jersey, you have a request?
I mean, I guess what I've learned throughout this is I'm super sus on cast. That's all. That's the biggest thing. After that, it probably is Countdown and Carter, basically tied.
Why don't you sus Sarah?
I don't know, actually. That's a good point, but I just
Okay. No, that's totally fair.
don't really have a vibe on that. So,
Can I ask why I'm being suspected?
things I've learned through my role and 2 other people's roles have me sus on you.
I feel confident in what Jersey's saying. I think we should vote up Cass here.
We can nominate, but I was gonna ask, have we heard of any outsider roles at all? Anybody claiming outsider? Okay, so we should probably have 1 if nobody's claiming outsider, which probably means it's the drunk because nobody's come forth. I guess it could be the saint, and the saint doesn't want to get killed. So probably not a baron.
I do think at this point we probably should start making some plays, right? Because we're getting.
I was thinking the same thing. I
like
was gonna
12
say
at
we
night.
should vote somebody. Like I think we're at a point where it's too late to just keep idling by.
Sarah, before I wag the finger at Cass, do you have anything to say?
I don't really know yet. So, I think, yeah, I mean, I think we should, like you guys were saying, I think we should try to go for somebody. Otherwise, we're all just going to keep getting picked off.
Do you want to claim your role at all? Or, sorry, not claim your role. Tell us any information you have. You don't?
Nothing at this time.
You don't have any info, or you don't want to tell us?
I don't want to say anything right now.
Okay, so you do have info.
I'm not confirming or denying that. I'm just saying I'm not ready to share. If I do have it, I'm not ready to share.
Before we nominate Cass, I'm just going to come out with my information. So I was the investigator, and I received information that either Carter or Large Stinky were the Scarlet Woman. So I do worry that if Cass is the imp, we will then have to take a shot between Carter and Large Stinky at the next round.
Okay.
So FYI. I could also be drunk. We still have not heard of anybody, so my information could also be wrong. But I think we've concluded that there's no Baron.
And let's recall the events from the first day quickly, because MPG threw out the play that Cass was the imp and they were the poisoner. And then MPG and Q both basically nominated and voted for each other. It didn't go through. Now the information that Q says about basically not implicating either one of them. And now it's a combination of Cass, Carter, and Large Stinky being possibly red, right? That doesn't mirror what happened on the first day. Now it seems like Q and MPG are on the same side.
Q told me something interesting, and I would like to, using that information, I would like to invoke Large Stinky's power on Cass. Are you willing to do that?
I've been thinking about it, and I'm not ready yet.
I think now is do or die, quite literally.
It's I agree that I think it's a good play. However, the Scarlet Woman thing is the problem, right? We won't know either way.
I want Countdown to do it right now to confirm what he is.
Yeah, Countdown should do it right now.
Countdown
Even
could
if I'm-
do it, but you won't know for sure.
We should nominate and then
Get a
keep
chance
things
to vote
going.
after that happened.
10 seconds if you're going to nominate.
How do I nominate?
Say
I nominate Cass.
I think
No.
you should.
Okay, Countdown nominates Cass. Tell me why.
Because it seems like there's a general consensus that we're suspicious of Cass based on various information from info knowing roles.
Okay, Cass, your defense.
I don't have much of one. Like, people that I spoke to didn't share that kind of stuff. Obviously, they wouldn't share, like, they were sus of me, I guess. But generally, seems more suspicious of Countdown at this point to do that. I don't know.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Very quick, because I'm going to run the vote.
If Countdown actually believed Cass was was red and was the Slayer, he would have shot him. So I find this nomination highly suspicious.
All right, I'm going to run this vote. It takes 3 votes to put Cassius B on the block. Running it now. Okay, 1 is not enough. Any other
So
nominations?
what are we doing here? We just
We're
spent
killing-
like
we're
2
killing-
days going
killing
over how
Countdown.
Cass
I'm
is
nominating
kind of on the
Countdown.
red
Yeah,
side.
this is 100%
Kill
Yeah.
Countdown.
MPG nominates Countdown. Tell me why.
I shoot
Uh,
Cass.
Nothing happens. MPG, you nominated Countdown. Tell me why.
Because he didn't shoot when he should have shot.
Doesn't
But
matter.
apparently he wasted it. So now we know who the red is.
I've
Okay.
pertinent.
Countdown your defense first.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Q, did you want to say something quick?
Yeah, I mean, it is possible that Countdown is the drunk and tried to Slayer shoot Cassius B and it didn't work. It is possible.
That's what I was thinking, but like,
I'm going with the
Shoot,
information. we
that
got.
I mean, but I agree that
yeah.
What does killing
Either-
me get you?
All right.
because
I'm
if
gonna
you're
run,
the Scarlet
We think you're
Woman,
red.
I'm running this
Yeah.
vote. It takes 3
It doesn't
votes
pass.
to put Countdown on the block.
Alright, this is... But you know what? It's fine because I've already served my purpose.
All right. 5 is enough, so Countdown is on the block. If there are other nominations, you'll need more than 5 votes. So I'll leave a little bit of time here if anybody wants to nominate.
Okay. I'm gonna say I see Librarian, and I had either Q or Countdown as the drunk. So that leads me to believe that Q is probably the drunk and Countdown was red, or Countdown was the drunk. But that was the information. I didn't want to like just drop it until I was sure that I knew that I wasn't drunk and I was just seeing things.
All right. I'm going to give 10 seconds for any more nominations, or otherwise we're going to end the day. Okay. With that, Countdown is executed. Everybody go to sleep. Hi, Cass.
Hello.
Are you having fun yet?
A little bit.
Please select another victim.
I will select MPG.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I forgot to update the board here, so Countdown is dead, yes, but in the night, MPG was killed. So I'll give you another 4 minutes here to do some discussion.
Night, because I think it's
Perfect.
important.
Yeah.
So, first night, I was told as the empath that my direct neighbors,
Mhm.
Cass and Carter, registered at 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards.
And then I talked to Jersey immediately, and I decided to confide in one person immediately. And they told me that they were the fortune teller and that between Cass and Countdown, they had a hit.
Right.
So if it was true that Countdown, Large Stinky, was the Slayer and shot Cass and it didn't work,
Yeah.
there's always the possibility of some information being wrong, but I find it a little unlikely that the combination of my knowledge and Jersey's knowledge together would yield nothing, which makes me think Carter is a problem.
Yeah. But then are you the so either we've already lost because Carter is the Scarlet Woman and and Cass is the imp. Is there any way that you're drunk? If you're drunk, does that make sense? Then Countdown could have been the imp and Cass would still be the I'm sorry, Countdown would have been the Scarlet Woman and Cass would have still been the imp.
So you're saying Countdown was not what they claim to be the Slayer?
Yes.
Hmm.
Because if
Just getting completely nonsense information throughout the days.
I guess that's possible. He
Countdown
was unsure, yeah, of a lot of things.
Wait, okay, that was Jersey's information.
Yeah.
She's a fortune
I think
teller.
you're the drunk, and
A good player registered.
Carter and Cass are red. I think that's the game.
Yeah. That's probably it. Although it still very well could be that Q and Tonic are both drunk, or either of them are drunk. Which means the information about Carter and Cass
Oh wait,
is
no,
wrong.
hold on. Who did Carter say was drunk? I thought he said it was you and Q. I don't think he said it was Tonic.
Oh, I honestly I don't remember what
I'm
Carter
gonna ask him right now.
Okay.
because then Carter would have been then Carter's the imp, basically. No, because then I mean I could still get true info. That Countdown was the Scarlet Woman. I'm leaning towards it still has to be Cass, but we may still have a Scarlet Woman awake or alive.
Any way we can get Countdown to talk?
Oh, we can try.
Yeah. All right. So thanks.
Yep. See ya.
I don't know if you actually just misremembered or if you're trying to dissuade me. Sarah, you got to give us info, or I'm gonna finger you today. That sounded really bad. I'm
I
sorry.
don't think I feel pretty confident that Sarah's blue.
Are we done with private chats? Do you want to just go right into public?
And we have a minute left.
I guess.
I want everything to be public. I don't want no more private.
Hold on.
I have no information to give.
Are you the who? Based on Carter's information, you can't be the drunk, so your information has to be solid then.
Supposedly, yeah. There's no red herring for mine. So again, it registered 2, right? If you shot and it went to Cass and didn't do anything, that makes me immediately suspicious of Carter.
Q or Countdown as the drunk, then there's no world where Sarah is the drunk, because it's either Q or Countdown and my information is correct, or my information is wrong and I'm the drunk. There's no world where Sarah's the drunk.
All right.
It could be
Or you're
possible.
just
I'm
lying
gonna put.
Or I'm lying. Right. That's completely possible.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put another 4 minutes on the clock here.
So,
Go
or
ahead.
go ahead, MPG.
No, you go.
Well, I was gonna say, so at 4 people alive, we can choose to not vote, and let evil kill 1 more person, so that we're down to 3 people at the end. My biggest fear is that Cass and Carter are the evil team, and so if Carter is the Scarlet Woman, then we automatically lose. But
No, Scarlet Woman is useless at this point.
Isn't
Oh,
it
that's-
5 or more for Scarlet
Yeah,
Woman?
it's 5
And
Oh,
or
it's
more.
5. You're right. You're right. Never mind.
So
never
we're
mind.
out of the woods on that, I guess. Or it
Yeah.
already happened.
Either way, if we kill someone, we have to kill the imp today, or we can sleep and let the imp kill 1 more person.
I am pretty convinced Countdown was the drunk, and he thought he was the Slayer, and that Cass and Carter are evil.
What makes you say that?
Because of my information, which is that as the empath, my immediate 2 read red.
Yeah,
I think
it's Carter and Cass.
Either way, if Carter is evil, I think he still has to be the Scarlet Woman or the minion, and Cass is the imp. Because if Carter was right, because I think both Carter nor I can be drunk at the same time.
Right.
Okay. Do we want to make Sarah claim? Because
Sarah, it would be helpful to claim now.
I need you to know. I need to know your role.
What do you mean claim? I'm sorry. Does that mean tell you what I am?
Tell us your role. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out that if you're. I guess you're gonna go for me.
I'm dead. If you don't think I'm blue,
MPG's dead. Yeah, I mean, I think MPG's right. I think it makes sense at this point to claim.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I guess I will. We got to make a play, right? So, I'll tell you my role, and I'll tell you what I think. What that means. So I'm the mayor, and that means if we have 3 left, we can win.
Yeah. To me, that's perfectly reasonable that they are the mayor and they hung on to that information, right?
A really good.
So that means if Carter is blue, then he wouldn't mind volunteering to be executed today, because then we would win, right?
No, because they kill her.
No, it has to be 3 and no executions on the day.
Yeah.
And we have to let someone die tonight. Or because then if we kill someone and someone dies, there's not 3.
I mean,
what do you want to do, Q?
I say we sleep, but I say we continue to speak for the rest of the 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're alive.
I'm all for sleeping today too. So,
Cass, what's your world that you're building?
They said monk.
No, who do you think is evil team?
I'm not sure now. I thought one of them was Countdown, so I guess he's gone. So
if we go to sleep and Sarah gets killed, we just immediately lose, right?
No, there's one more day.
There's one more day.
We'd have to kill the demon tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we either have to kill the demon now or tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'd rather have 2 chances than 1.
No, if we kill now, then the demon kills at night and we lose. Good loses.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Then it is the better play for us to sleep.
10 seconds for nominations.
Carter, who do you think's evil?
I mean, I was gonna say probably Cass and either Countdown or actually no, I think it probably was Cass and Countdown.
All right. On that note, time's expired. There was no nomination, so everybody go to sleep. Hey, Cass.
Hello.
It's that time again. Who would you like to kill?
Sarah, please.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Sarah died in the night.
Rip.
Give you 4 more minutes to discuss.
Rip.
Why am I
Alright,
alive?
well,
That
that
was
was a real
the-
claim.
This is bad.
That's the only play for
That's
the imp to
yeah.
make, right? Like that's the only way they win.
Yes, for
yeah,
sure.
leaving Sarah alive there would have been that would have been an insane play from the demon to claim Mare there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my big problem, I guess, is that Tonic, do you want to come up with your info?
I did before, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The
empath
empath,
you.
and I read on the first night before I died that my immediate neighbors were red.
I think Countdown was the drunk and thought he was a slayer. I think Carter's a Scarlet Woman, and I think Cass is the demon.
That lines up with my information. Okay, yeah, I think that works.
That lines
So
up.
we nominate Cass.
So,
Is
sorry,
it-
to be
it's
clear,
still not
this
on.
is private chat time. If you want to use it, if you don't, we can go straight into
No,
nominations.
I will be
We
mad
don't
at you if we
We
go in
should-
private
we
chat.
should
Okay.
we should be talking publicly at 3.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we're doing public now, so.
Okay, so was that a nomination then, or is that a discussion?
Just
I
I
think
was
we're
just
talking about-
asking.
Yeah, Countdown can't nominate.
Yeah, true.
So, in the world for which, like, is there a world in which those roles are reversed, right? And Carter was the imp, and Countdown shot, and it didn't go to the imp towards Cass.
Then
Well,
we wouldn't have
the-
an outsider account.
The shot. So, the shot is like if Countdown's the drunk and he's the slayer, then the shot nothing happens, no matter what, whether he picks the right person or not.
I think I don't think
Very
Q. I think Q was too blue on day one. The
Yeah.
immediate
My,
nomination. There's no way
Information
it's
as
Q.
fortune teller on day one was that either Cass or Countdown are the imp.
Oh, well, it's not me.
So
It maybe not be you anymore.
Wait, when Countdown.
The fortune teller can
died,
also, well, yeah.
Scarlet Woman was still active, right? At that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, if Countdown was the imp, then according to my information, then Carter would be the imp now if he was.
I'm not the
Scarlet
imp.
Woman.
I want blue. I'm not the imp.
Can
2 minutes are left for nominations, by the way.
tell me why you didn't invoke your power. You nominated before using your power. Countdown.
Because I wanted to wait another night. I didn't think my power would be worth killing over.
It wasn't until, day 3 that we started to all collectively think Cass was a problem.
The only reason I've ever thought Cass is a problem is because Jersey is New Jersey was fortune teller from washer because I'm a washerwoman. At least it was very likely because you were not playing as a fortune teller, Tonic. It was between Jersey and Tonic.
Yeah.
And Cassis contributed almost nothing to this game. He's supposed to be been defending and been silent. I think he's definitely the demon. He's been just trying to keep quiet while I yap.
Yeah, and with the monk power, right? Countdown died
30
immediately
seconds.
after he shot.
He is
Somebody's
not.
gotta
Oh, we
nominate.
wouldn't have monk. Like, there's no reason for the monk not to protect Sarah there.
Yeah,
So,
that too.
Like,
Yeah.
there's monk is off the table basically.
All right, someone's got to do it.
Do we think
Goku.
that there's no way that Jersey's info is wrong?
15 seconds.
I don't think so.
Okay, then that points to Cass being the imp. So I guess Q nominates Cass.
Q nominates Cass. Tell me why.
Based on all the information that we've got, we think that Cass B is the imp.
Okay, Cassis be your defense.
I'm just very confused. I guess I protected the wrong person.
Who did you protect all nights?
It was MPG, and then Countdown, and then you, and then Carter. No, it was the other way. Yeah.
But why not Sarah?
It should have been me. So
Well, Sarah's ability can bounce.
Yeah,
onto
as the
another
mayor,
person.
it could bounce. If
Then
I
yeah,
were,
Sarah was
if,
telling me about that.
if I were
earlier
golden
on.
in this situation, I would. No, that doesn't really work.
I'm gonna run this.
yeah,
vote.
I mean, Golden I think chooses
I don't-
right if I die or not. I'm not. I wasn't sure about how that mechanic worked.
I don't love
actually.
that votes are unanimous, but there's not really anything I can do about it.
I'm gonna run this vote for Cass. It needs 2 votes to go on the block. Okay, that is 7 votes, and there's no way to go more than 7 votes with the dead
That's not
votes
true.
being with the dead votes.
Oh, with
being
the dead
used.
votes, yeah.
So with that, that will be the last nomination, and with that, Cass has been executed, and the game is over.
Woo!
Nicely done.
That was insane countdown.
We know it's over, but who
that
won?
you wouldn't immediately shoot when someone outs you as the Slayer. Like, it's just over. You're dead no matter what. The next, like, the moment.
The good team has won the game. That is correct.
It's okay. We were able to suss out who the drunk was. I'm
All
glad
right.
you brought that
Now,
up, Q.
I have a
completely
slight
forgot.
confession to make, and that is that
Uh-oh.
I had a chance to make the game more interesting, and it blanked on me while we were doing nomination or while we were doing the nighttime. So I'll explain that in a second. Chat had to bail me out, but
That was really, really hard to play. It's
yes.
That
playing
was
as the
so
Scarlet
hard. That was
Woman
so
is
stressful.
fucking impossible.
Hold on. Let me give the recap quick, and then I'll let you guys chat. So, Cassis B was your imp, and Carter was your Scarlet Woman.
Yeah, I was worried that it was Carter at the end. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
trying everything I could think of. I was like
well-
trying to find a way to get you guys to vote me, but there was just no way. And no
Yep.
offense, Cass, but you weren't helping me at all.
It's all good. It's first time
Yeah.
playing evil too, so that's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. I was
Um,
like, the only way out of it was for me to get voted.
All right, so let me just explain the rest of the board here first. So Tonic was the empath who was very fortunately situated
God
between both
damn.
the evil players and got a 2 on night 1.
Wow.
Q was your investigator. Let's see who else we had here. Oh, Large Stinky took a shot as the Slayer, but was not in fact the Slayer. Large Stinky was your drunk. Sarah was your mayor, holding on to that claim until the very end. Jerby's fortune teller information was accurate throughout the whole game. There was a chance at one point where, so to explain, I had the red herring on Tonic, and you did select Tonic at one point, and it like completely bounced my mind that I was supposed to.
no.
So I ended up having to move the red herring to someone you hadn't picked yet. So that was my bad, but I could have potentially made the game more interesting if I had pinged you a demon there.
That's what confirmed Cassis B to me.
And then MPG was the washerwoman. So that is the full board.
Having all four knowing roles, 3 of the 4 knowing roles in a small game like this makes it like I don't know, not to say it's impossible to win as red here, because like there definitely was a point where like we could have won, but that's like insane because it's like at the minute you claim anything, it's just over.
I can't believe I said the imp on day one with my stupid play.
So just to be clear, I think you guys know this, but there's the way that Evil could have won there potentially. So if Carter ends up dying there, Evil still wins because Cass is still alive. So if there's a way to like throw Carter under the bus, that's an option. Nevertheless, I think I take the blame for this one because I could have made the game so much more interesting if there was sus on Tonic, but it just completely bounced my mind while we were picking. So I gotta go slower when I tell people to pick stuff.
He died night 2, right? So would that matter?
He did, but Jersey was the one that had the pings. So
that was the second night. So like I wouldn't have really been sus on him even if you did.
Yeah, I would have just been like I mean probably would have done a little bit, but I think we would have just pointed to he would have been the red herring. Because why else would he have died on the second night?
I will say, Carter, you had me snowed until the very end when you wouldn't nominate Cass. That's when I knew that it was.
I wouldn't nominate Cass?
Because we were at the last 13 seconds. Like, there was basically no time left. I mean, so that's why I was like, well, I have to nom.
Well, you had to, because you were town at that point.
Yeah, you had to be the one to do it. Because, like, if I nominate somebody, and I guess I could have nominated, like, because, like, I can't nominate myself. I mean, I could have nominated myself, but, like.
Right. I think if you had nommed Cass, I would have nominated you.
Really?
Yeah. That's definitely a play.
Because I was really worried that you were the imp. I think the information would have made it real.
Obviously, it's hard to know in the moment, but like if I had nominated Cass, would any of y'all had held your vote?
I would have thought about it.
Wouldn't have.
I don't think I would have, but I
don't think anybody would have. I think you guys had it like so dialed in because everybody had like one piece of information and all the pieces of information fit together way too well.
Your claim just threw me in a blender. So
mine?
Yeah.
Which
that
one?
I was drunk. That I was drunk.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, nice. I was like, that's basically what happened to me last game we played, and I was the empath, and I had won, and was like, spent the entire game convinced that somebody next to me was red, and it turns out the two people who were about as far away as possible from me were red. So.
All right.
So was I the only one who had no information as a townsperson? Right?
Yeah.
Countdown was drunk. Yeah.
And he was technically
the drunk, right? But I guess you didn't. We don't know. You don't know you're drunk, right?
So.
Right.
Man, Countdown. I really wish you would have shot before we killed you, but the desperation in your voice afterwards convinced me that you really thought you were a Slayer. I thought Cass was so red. He didn't say too much.
So to be clear, the drunk doesn't know they're the drunk, right? So like
yeah. That's why I
think if anything, it just helped confirm that I was the drunk.
Yeah, when you try to use your Slayer shot as the drunk, nothing happens.
It might have actually like helped Cass in that moment, in that specific moment, because it would have been shooting before the nomination.
That also brings up another good point, which is that as the evil team, you can bluff Slayer and take a shot, and then nothing will happen, and then that can cause some like confusion and chaos too.
That's a good point. I mean, it wasn't on the. I was way too scared to bluff anything that wasn't one of the 3 given bluffs. There was just no way.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where you can just at any time claim your Slayer and take your shot, and you have to say nothing happens, right?
Yep.
Correct.